Hi, and welcome to the first video of 3D Smarties. So, we are a company that makes medals and trophies for different junior events, mostly chess. So, here is a medal that we have done recently. We're going to be doing what we did here, as today we're going to be doing the same as we did here, which is writing our text around the circle. So I'll be using a normal 2D image to do this, and in the next video I'll transform this 2D image into a 3D model. So right now I'm using a free software called Gimp. If you don't have that already, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Okay, so let's start. If you press File, New, and we want the image to be a square. So we're just going to put 1280 by 1280, okay? Both sides have to be the same. 1280. And we're just going to press Advanced Options. So as you can see here we have Fill With, and I'm just going to press Background Color, and I'm going to change that to Foreground Color. And OK. So now we've got a white square in front of us. So now we're going to press Image, Guides, New Guide by Percent, and make sure you have horizontal and 50% in these, and press OK. So now we've got a line going across through the center of the square. Now just press Image, Guides, New Guide by Percent, and we're going to do the same thing except we're going to do it vertical. So now it's going to be through the top. So now, because we're writing our text around a circle, I'm going to grab the ellipse tool, which basically creates a circle. So if you hold this just in the center of the guides and click there and press Control and just push this circle outwards, and I think that's at the right size for me. So I'm going to press Select and To Path, and then I'm going to press Select and None. So now as you can see we have three menus over here on this side: Layers, Channels and Paths. So we won't be using channels because that's basically useless to us today. So if you press on Paths, you notice we have made the circle. We have made it a path. So now if you press the eye icon, now you can see this guide. So now we're going to write two lines of text, one for the top and one for the bottom. So I'm just going to make that. And because this tournament it's going to be boys versus girls, I'm going to put Battle of the Sexes, okay? BATTLE. So at the top here we have, you can change the fonts, change the size, the color. So right now you can't see anything because it is white. So I'm just gonna, first I'm gonna highlight it, and then I'm gonna make this 84 because that's the size it should be. 84. Okay, and now I'm gonna press the color and black and OK. Okay, so now I'm going to have to do that all again because I didn't do it in capital letters. Okay. BATTLEFTHESEXES. Okay. Now I'm just going to highlight it. 84. Hopefully this will work. And okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna push this out a bit. Okay, actually no, I'm gonna stretch it out like that. Okay, there we go. And for the top for the bottom I mean, I'm just going to write 2019 because that's the year today. 2019, and I'm going to highlight it 84. And I'm going to make it black. And okay. Now, if we go back to layers, now notice we have two lines of text. If we right click the 2019, press text along path, and now we have it along this circle. So I'm just gonna, we don't need this line of text anymore because this is the one we're going to keep. So we're going to delete it. I'm just going to press this. And now we have this left. I'm just going to hide this for the moment. And I'm going to go back to paths and back to paths, and I'm gonna right click this path, and I'm gonna press path to selection. So now it's all selected. And if we go back to layers, oh God, how do you put it back? I'm just gonna leave it there. If we go back to layers and we add at the bottom here, we've got 8 icons. If you press this piece of paper with a plus to the left top, if you press it, so this says create a new layer. Make sure you have 1280 1280, which is the size of this image, and transparency selected, okay? And now I'm just going to press edit, fill with background color. There we go. And now I'm just going to press select none, and if I go back to paths, we don't need this path anymore, so I'm just going to delete it. And now we have this 2019. So if we go back to layers and press the eye icon of Battle of the Sexes so we can see it now. Oh wait, first, no, hide it again, sorry. First, we don't want it at that side of the circle, so we're just going to rotate it round to the bottom. So if you grab this rotate tool, and we're going to swing it around to the bottom. And when you're done and you think that's correct, I think it's about correct, I'm just going to press enter. Okay, that's rotated now. And I'm going to press, and now I'm going to press the eye icon of Battle of the Sexes now. And I'm just going to press, and now if we like put this text along the circle, then we will have it facing the same way as 2019, which won't work because it will be at the top right. So it will be upside down, which we don't really want. So what we have to do is we have to grab this tool that says flip tool, and we're going to press the path because we're going to flip the path so it's facing the other way, and just go back so you don't confuse yourself next time to the layers. And now you can do the same as we did before. So right click Battle of the Sexes, press text along path, yes, and now go to paths, right click this, path to selection, and now we add a new layer, which will be 1280 1280 and transparency again, and press OK. And now we will press edit, fill with background color. So, and select none. So now we can delete this because we don't need it. Okay, and because this is outlined in red, we just need to delete the path because we don't need it anymore. We don't need that red path. We just want the letters. Okay. So now we have to just rotate it around like we did before. So grab the rotate tool, Oh god, what's happened? Oh, I'm rotating the background. Oopsie. Control Z. Control Z. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Right. There we go. Now, if we just rotate this round to about here, I think. Is that the same? Yeah, I think that's about the same. And enter. And just delete that path because we don't need it anymore. Done. And now I think it's almost done. So just go to layer to image size. And now the layer is the size of the image, and now we can just delete all of this, and well, don't delete the layers. So what we're gonna do is we can delete this circle because we don't need it anymore. Now you can see that it's perfect. And just delete the guides, so go to image, guides, remove all guides, and now we have this. So if you want to save it, just first, it won't save as 3 different things, so just go to image and press flatten image. So now it's all in the background.